Yeah, I'm Cheap Music Theory again. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing.
Crabtendo.
What is going on, guys? So I wanted to do a review on this a while ago because I covered a plugin called Auto Theory 5, and this is called Chord Prism, and it looks very similar to Auto Theory 5. I don't know the backstory behind this, if it is the same company. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you how it works in this video, and then I'm gonna weigh in with my pros and cons. Please leave a comment below. I want to know if it's good or not to you guys, and the link will be in the description box. I highly recommend that you try before you buy. Not like that, guys. You know what I'm talking about. Let's do this. So I just found out that this plugin was actually made by the same people that did Auto Theory. So obviously with the UI, which is pretty simple and sweet, and it doesn't take up a lot of CPU. I mean, only 1%, but I am on a new laptop, so that might vary for you. And I highly doubt that, Music Theory plugin is going to do much to your CPU, but nonetheless, it just works like this right here. 12 keys dedicated to chords, and then you have 12 keys dedicated to the notes that fit within side of that scale. So basically, you would just have to worry about playing on time, and that is something that all of us struggle with, right? Well, not everybody, but people like that don't, I don't know. Anyway, so moving forward here, you have your basic chords that you have, and major, minor, Dorian, all your favorite basic stuff is still there. Your harmonic minors are in there in different categories just in case, and then you have your miscellaneous stuff like Arabic and stuff like that. Sounds like this. And as you can see, when I play D flat major, and if I was to play the same 3 keys and on the other side of the 12 keys and play C major, it harmonically shifts those notes. So that is actually pretty nifty, and that's something that Scalar doesn't do. And because I know a lot of people are going to be in the comment section, which I'm glad to read your comments, and they're going to say, Scalar, what is the difference between this and Scalar or other ones like Captain plugins and stuff like that? Well, that's where Chord Prism jumps in and says, hey, we're something different. We're a bit different. So with that, I'm just going to go back to a C major here because there are other things that I want to talk about. Of course, if you hold on to the black keys, you get different variations depending. If you have the F here, and only people that actually know music theory will know why there's just like a flat a F right there, because if you are to play something like your cowboy chords and stuff like that, the cowboy chords are pretty much your circle of fifths, your basic circle of one. Never mind. Let me not go into that because we're not talking about music theory today. Well, we are, but we're not. And then you have Dorian modes, and then you have your G's, and these all fit. And another feature over here on the other 12 keys is arpeggiation. So it's actually pretty nifty. If you're holding on to arpeggiation, it will shift only when you play different chord progressions. So that is actually great feature. Again, one thing that makes Chord Prism different, because that's what I've been trying to find out. Like, why would I even want something like this? How would somebody like me that already has Scalar and Captain chords and all these others, what does Chord Prism offer different from them? Well, voila. So other than that though, it plays everything in unison with its actual chords. Using the word unison in this video. And leave a comment below if you actually got that commercial before this video. But anyways, speaking of the arpeggiation, this is where things actually get cool. So one thing I want to point out over here is your tooltips over here. If you hover over a parameter, so make sure that you pay attention to that, because it will tell you a lot of things. Like if you click on or right click on a different black key, you'll be able to set up all these other different algos over here, like linear up, change it to linear down, and your different settings here, diverge and stutter up. So, you know, it has some pretty good advantages. Then you can choose different things as well, as far as like the triads, ninths, and you can get some really good stuff. You also can change the rate. Obviously, that'll be the main thing that people will want to do. I got it in half of 120 BPM. And you can change the range and so forth. And you can even choose to hold it, of course. So you can be a 100% total fraud if you want to. So other than that, though, there are some other hidden features that I think are pretty cool. Being able to switch from 1-3-5 progression and then changing it. Maybe you don't want the G major, which is the number 5. If you add something with an asterisk, though, know that you're adding like diminishes and stuff like that, and it could sound what you call weird. But yeah, so there's a lot of flexibility in that. And also I want to make sure that I show you guys that you can switch over from 7s, 5th, 7s, 9ths, etc. When you start doing stuff like that, though, you will get a little bit of overlapping within the different parts of the note mode in the other 12 keys here. And of course I messed up there, but damn. Yeah, I really like this plugin. And there's more reasons, pros that I do have for this. So one of the things I thought was gonna be a con was that they didn't have enough scales, and therefore that just makes it a little better, because you know you have hip hop, funk, jazz. And you know how this story goes. You could just run through these, and also one thing I didn't point out is that you can change your different notes for your scale. So make sure that you know that. And even if you're like one of those people that want to be in the comment section and you're talking about, oh man, you should learn music theory, Chord Prism does a great job of that, because obviously if you're learning a G sharp minor, it will tell you your basic ones. You just have to know the notes or whatnot, the basic stuff, and yeah, and it will make you curious, because to get the most out of plugins like these, you have to know something of basic music theory. And just picking out stuff, yeah, it will work, but yeah, it just. But other than that, though, some other things that I want to show you is that definitely you don't have to deal with all chords. You can set it up to different numeric codes that you want to do. Shout out to Busyword Beats. You also can set up different dynamic scales, chord tones, and stuff like that. And keep in mind that this does play harmonically to what you do. And even if you were to link it, because I have it linked to a channel right now, and I already have so many damn tutorials on how to do that, and so does the guys that made Chord Prism. You know, I just linked it inside of one of my channels to my Nexus 3. That's why you hear the pianos, and I know how you guys are about piano sounds during this. But moving forward here, it does have a pretty cool feature, because it doesn't have sound. It doesn't generate sound itself natively. So what it has is a VST mode. You would just go over here and click on this particular area, and it will pull up your library in which you can scan in all your plugins that you want. One of the cons of this is that it might crash the plugin and your DAW, but that's something that I've noticed happens to a lot of different companies and stuff like that try this different tool, and that's just because I have like over 1,000 plugins. Yes, you heard me right. So I just pulled up a plugin here, and it's linked to ChipSim, and I have to pick out a preset now. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick out layered bell. Pick out something a little bit so you can use like different plugins within inside of this plugin. And funny enough, also if you close the plugin, you can open it up again by hitting this right here like twice. I had to double click. It's not single click for me for some reason. Let me try that again. Oh, single click. Okay, cool. But anyways, yeah. And if you do have like any other music theory plugins, well, guess what? You can actually pull them up in here. I have Chord Composer, but I'm gonna go ahead and there was Auto Theory. I'm gonna pull up Scalar, so you can pull up Scalar and do some insane bionic stuff if you want to do that. So tell me how you feel about Chord Prism. My initial thought is that, man, like I have a lot of music theory plugins already, and I don't see the point of this. And I had Auto Theory 5 for a while, and I didn't really explore it like that. But from initial thought, I liked how it was mapped to a 25 key keyboard, and I could get the most out of it. And that is one of the reasons why. But I do also like that they have additional scales, which that was one of the things that I was going to complain about as far as my pros and cons, because I was like, man, if this doesn't have anything outside of the major and minor scales that everybody has and built inside of their keyboard, or if you have to push to or any of that stuff, man, why would I even care for this? But yeah, there is an actual good use for it. The fact that you can expound on different options as far as your progressions, I think that's a really good tool. And, you know, there's things that I really like about it as far as play wise and being able to educate me more so on music theory that I probably wouldn't even thought of on my very own. As the cons go, my only con is probably that I would like some more chord progressions, something more jazzy, some more jazz stuff or something like that, because I have some pretty good scales that are in my possession, and it's hard to kind of lean off of a device if you already have something that does it and does it better. But if you're one of those people that have not got a music theory plugin, I think this is pretty good. There's nothing really wrong with how it works or whatnot, and there's some functionalities that even Scalar and many other companies don't do very well, like being able to spread the chords in unison or your separate notes in unison, and all you basically are worried about is the rhythm. And one of the features that didn't show in the video, which I should have just crafted a whole, well, actually I did craft a whole entire beat, my Nexus beat video at the top right of the screen. But yeah, you know, one of the things I really like about it is that it is able to link to another Chord Prism. So if you was to switch like your scale in Chord Prism 1, it will do it in 2, 3, and 4 if you build your beats like that. But if you don't, then it won't work that way. I have tested that out, and you know, that's kind of unfortunate, but at the same time, it's understandable. So do I give this the stamp of approval? Yeah, I would definitely give it the stamp of approval. Yeah, not bad.